streaming. That overlay is fine. I just need then to calibrate over here. That should complete that. God, the calibration is terrible. Like, I'm holding my hands next to my face right now. Like, I'm holding my headset right now in my hands, and it's like, it's slightly that low. Like, nah, they should be up here. Should render them up here, not down here. Does it matter? No, because I have my hands anywhere off screen, so it doesn't like matter at all. But god damn it, it's so annoying. Like, this never properly calibrates for some reason, and it's like doesn't make sense, and like the settings they provide doesn't quite make. It's a bit infuriating. Virtual motion capture at times. Oh come on, give me my cursor, please. Mouse cursor, wake up. Set of course a competizione. We got teleported below. That's not a good sign. That's not good, because that could mean that my model just broke. And I really do not have time to fix this shit. Like, come on, I have no time for this. Like, you first break that, and then you break this way model. Come on. Nope, it's off screen now. Okay. Good, we can try with just reopening the setting 4. And see if just reopening it convinces it to be like, hey, this is fine, you don't need to worry. Nope, that's not solving it. Luckily I have setting 5, which doesn't do the job in this situation. Because it's set up for this. Oh, this is weird at times. Yeah, this works now. At least the overlay didn't break, which kind of is harder to fix than this. So. I think this is now alright as far as this goes. I just need to now get onto the server. Multiplayer server list. SRXP, which is great that they have an acronym that is just long enough for ACC to work with. God, I hate that fact about ACC. It's like, why did we limit this to this? It does not make any sense, but okay. Fine. Password snatched. Okay, it's loading in. 3 minutes of practice right now remaining. And here's a couple of people on the server. A handful. 16.7. Fucking hell. I mean, I'm not competing in GT3, but Jesus fucking Christ at times. Like, on what drugs are these people? Like 16. Like, come the fuck on. You wanna be in the top 10? Well, get below 18.5. In practice. This isn't even qualifying yet. This is practice right now. Stein right now is faster than Runsendal with a 2-minute 32.1. I don't know, that sounds relatively fast? I'm not sure. How was this setup in terms of temperatures? I think this is set up perfectly for these temperatures. I feel like I'm sitting a bit far away.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Although there is a risk of breaking my model again as soon as I do this. Yep, it disappeared again. Gotta love it. It just... I don't know why it does that sometimes, but it just does it. And we just have to run through qualifying then this way, because I'm not gonna fix it again. It's just, it has to be this way now, and... We're gonna operate for qualifying because qualifying starts in 2 minutes for me. I need every single meter that I can get on the server before
Car on the right. Clear on the
stuff
right.
gets rolling. Oh, I got the number 1 assigned to me. Oh, that's ominous. Because I didn't pick a number for this championship, and well, I can't pick numbers anymore without having a subscription on SGP. That's how the rules are now. You know the rules, and so do I. I'm not sure I will want to pay for the subscription. Remember what I was able to do on this track.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Maybe I was able to get sub 30? I don't know. Or was that just the aliens that got sub 30? I just about missed out on getting across the line there. Probably not gonna get a full lap in here. The delta is measured against something, but like not an actual felt lap, I think. Oh, if we deduct 72 seconds off, nah. That's pointing towards 33 right now. Means at least we're on time, roughly. If I don't find anything, which I think I can.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Be a high 32 right now. Predict the lap time effectively. A lot of understeer there. And got it validated. Just kept washing out.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Right. We can slash a... I didn't check my tire pressures. Fuck. Can definitely slash the... Yeah, we lost everything because the session reset. Let me briefly check my own pressures off my own stream. Come on, give me the pressure display. I want to see my class breakdown. Yeah. 26.7 it got up to. I think that's fine. I think that's gonna be fine. Pressure wise. Mid on the high side maybe, but we should be fine. Ah, it's just ignition.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
20 liters should be more than enough for this session. We don't have many laps at all. Someone is queuing already. Oh, fuck you, Ballwinkle. Like seriously, you're on the while you're actually queuing to stop people from exiting that shouldn't be. Because if you're doing stewarding work, then yeah, that makes sense. But like to catch everybody escaping, but like any other way, like you're in the last split for sure. Very bad. We had 5 sign-ups, I think, before I pressed sign-up. So we have 2 people that straight up didn't turn up. And this is sign-up per round, so it's not like other championships where you have to sign up every where you sign up for the entire championship. You sign up for every single round individually. So me coming in like with like 6 seconds to go is definitely an interesting case. The outwash that just this corner, it will always have so much push in it. It's so real. I need to be careful. I need a valid lap in. That's a big deal. That was not an ideal run for that corner. If I downshift to first, for some reason it kicks out like a mule all of a sudden. Very strange behavior. I don't quite understand. This is starting to get up to pressure. .31.7, okay. People are fast, that's for sure. They ain't fucking around here. Ah, so much understeer. That was close. Second gear here. What's it gonna be? 30, 31, 2. Whoa! I did not expect that. Two laps to go. Although Stein has not put his lap in yet. Time we just slam into top 5th gear and don't upshift. See how that does. So somebody did ping me on Discord. Something. I'll check that in a moment once I'm done with qualifying, and then we can also fix my model. Deciding to go into the basement. Lost a lot of time there in that corner. A lot of lap time depends with this car if the car decides to cooperate with you rather than you driving the correct line. Like I did nothing wrong there. I lost a 10th. Like that's just bullshit. But like I can do nothing about it. Man, Stein moved the benchmark half a second down the road. Just noticed. I needed my car to actually perform, but it didn't, which sucks. And it understeers again. Time we go down to 2nd. Let's see if we can extract a bit more time out of this section here. We're close. A fucking Ginetta. Like one of the worst cars I think in the entire game. In my opinion. It is genuinely, utterly terrible in pace, but like for some reason, some people can just drag it up the leaderboard without any issues. And it's like, hey, what is happening there repeatedly? It's not the first time I've seen someone drag this car way higher than it's ever supposed to be. It's an awful car. Let me be very blunt about it. At least it won't be as much of a wash as Saturday night was. Saturday, Sunday night. That race was just shooting fish in a barrel. Level easy. There's just no pace in it. She does not want to bring pace. Yet 2/10 down. I'm losing. Yeah, I'm close, but like this car is terrible in producing good lap times. Like you can run the correct lines and everything, and it just refuses to produce the lap time according to those lines. Or like the car even sticking to the lines at all. Like I'm 4/10 down now and I can provide this lap off. I'm gonna practice on pit entry. Come on, car, turn. There's just too much wash. Outwash over the front cars. car just washes out occasionally and you have no chance to lose lap time. It's very infuriating to be beaten by one of the worst cars. And they've been going technically for
Yellow flag in sector 1.
a whole minute already, you know. And you just now send the message. Weird decisions there. Right, GT4 on pin entry here. There with some people not understanding the fucking rules. And yeah, what is Ginetta doing up there? That's utterly not... shouldn't be there. I mean, I'm gonna have to race, and we're gonna just drive by him. That's probably the simplest solution of the problem. I have straight line speed, he doesn't. I mean, Ginetta isn't actually that terrible in a straight line. It's just VMAX of that car is terrible, which I'm not sure it hits on this track, which is why it is vaguely competitive. But he shouldn't be as fast, honestly, as he is. That should not be happening with a bloody Ginetta. It is repeatedly annoying to me that when people just drag cars that have no business in being in any form competitive into a competition. Let's see what... I mean, we can look also in the gaps overlap, but I'm interested how high he peaks in terms of the straight line speed. He gets through here at like 2.8, which is probably faster than me. Hello there. Yeah, my model is briefly glitched out. I will fix it in a moment. I'm just checking out the replay right now. Yeah, he tops out at 240. Let's see, like he hits VMAX right about now. That's his top speed and he can't go faster. Where am I actually? There am I. With me struggling for turn 1 because the first gear is a bit not working for me. There. Yeah, I'm a few kilometers down on him through a Rouge Radeon complex. Then I put my foot down, it's like 220, 230. And now I'm past his VMAX. He reaches 240 at just before the 200 sign. I'm 250 at the 200 sign. This isn't even funny. If I get behind him, he's just dead. Like, he's faster than me probably for the entire corners, because otherwise he's not making up lap time. Why ever he's like... Yeah, sector 1 I'm a smidge faster than him, in the fun sector he's a smidge faster than me. Right. But then that means we're really tight in the middle sector. That's interesting. His fastest middle sector is a 1 minute 064. And mine's an 062. That really isn't much. At all. Right. His performance comes... Not... He just is a smidge faster through turn 1. Through a Rouge and turn... Actually, not that much of a smidge. He's quite sizably faster through this section than me. Because he does not have straight line speed on the models... on the camel straight. Right, he has no straight line speed advantage. I'm way faster than him, so I should be faster in sector 1, but he somehow is faster through turn 1 in Eau Rouge that he makes up the difference for that. And then he must be like faster through Campos, the final corner, the first corner in sector 3. But like we're really tight in speed through sector 2, which is interesting considering how many corners there are in sector 2. Because sector 2 starts just before braking here. And, well, there's no GT3s that I can use to demonstrate the other half of Sector 2. We can just grab the replay, I guess, briefly. Like sector 2 starts about here roughly, and then it ends wait for it, let him drive there, let him cook. Right about here it ends, sector 2. So I'm interested, does he stay on the throttle here? Probably just lifts. Yes. He's flat out through this corner. That makes his difference for his lap time. Big time. And that he can probably brake later than me. Into... Can he stay flat out through Blanchimont? No, he has to slightly lift, but I have to brake basically for the corner. He does not hit VMAX, he hits 232 and is then done. Turns in this direction, turns in the other direction. And if you look at me finishing the lap off, I think it's one lap away and validated. But near. Yeah, I have to brake here to get the corner done. And I'm very similar in terms of straight line speed just before the braking zone here. Yeah, that's my lap. In any case, let's see if I can fix my mullet finally. Does resetting my perspective one more time perhaps convince it to reappear? Maybe? No? Okay. I don't know, maybe reloading the thing? Hello. Bring my cursor over. I have to anyway get my controllers then to bring stuff back. We have about 12 minutes or so before the race kicks off. We can also check how my tires did. Hello, could I can't lay out my windows, so open settings. Let's try 4. Bring the 4 window up. Let's bring it back over. Okay. Calibrate. Okay, let's see. Can we convince you to work again? Yep, 4 works now. This is weird, to say the least. Right. I'm slightly tired of this bullshit. But we're just gonna put up with that. My telemetry data is showing up, I see. So we have relatives and stuff on the stream. That's important. So who pinged me on Discord? Oh, Jeff. Who keeps pinging me out of this thing? Virtual duty, yes. Shut up. Yeah, put it. Oh god, this image is so terrible quality. Like, god damn it, the images at the time. My phone camera is so busted. Like, it is awful.
First shot we did was okay, but we had a bit of traffic and could have been better. Then we changed something on car for the second one. It wasn't really an improvement, so we did more time on the questions. We tried to brake, so how to put everything together. We have a good car, but except we just have so much experience in these Ferrari tires, so we're trying to work it out. We have one more shot to go. It's our best. It's quite a bit different. It's obviously different
So, right. Okay, message sent.
Second half is going really well. I'm starting to feel at home, and I think it's really cool. So I'm enjoying.
So I can only got a tank snapper, but whether that was caused by something that we can't see. But once he got the tank snapper, he was nothing more than a passenger, and hopefully with the impact and rearward impact.
Close this. Okay. So, that leaves me back here again. Oh, we have another driver on the server. It's Horror. He has turned up a bit late, but like better late than never, I guess. How many people were signed up for this event? We had in GT4 we have Stein, who is actually not even the highest rated driver at all. He's only 5,600 with his Generator. Har is signed up with a Aston Martin, and Marota is here. Fuchs is missing with his Cayman, which 7,000 rating is quite high. Rensendell with the MUQU is a decent bit behind me. So there is that. So, right. What do we have here as well? Okay, compared to the GT3 for there's 43 cars, like barely anyone has decided to go GT4. I mean, it has lost its luster for me after not driving without the Maserati, right? It's not as fun. Let me be particularly clear. The Maserati being nerfed out of competition is just, it sucks. It sucks so much for the GT4 class. Like, there's a lot of GT4s that just have way understeer. Goodness gracious. Like, if you wanted to be silver on pole in 18.6 in GT3, it's like, yeah, that's my pace. That's as fast as I think I can go, roughly, with a GT3. A Porsche, especially. Like, the McLaren with a 19, yeah, I think I can get actually sub 19 in race pace on the McLaren. Or at least not Ferrari, I could. But also the McLaren, I think you can get sub 19 on race pace. What is actually the rules for the race? Do we need to pit or something? Is the mandatory pit stops? Or can we fuel safe and attempt getting through? Pit stop count 1. Refueling is allowed, but there's no mandatory tire change or mandatory refueling. Huh. That means we're not changing tires. That means I'm starting with a full fuel tank, most likely. Although I should probably not do that, so just hopefully attack Herzog with a 17 too. There's there's also I should switch with this guy because he's running his engine for some reason. While standing in the pit lane. Yeah, we wanted to check the tires briefly to see how worn down they were after the quali run. I think there's not much I can honestly do about this. Like, the setup does a lot to just try and hopefully get this car to in some way, shape or form behave. And just, you know, turn it all. Yeah, I think that was fine. Not much we need to do there. But yeah, we probably want to put some fuel into the fuel tank. 110 liters is how much I can put in. It says that I'm consuming about 3.35 per lap. Right, how much fuel do I need for the 90 minutes? The lapping about 2.5 minutes. A bit slower. Oh, that's easy to calculate then. That's 36 laps. 36 times 3.35, I think it's it. 120 liters. We would not easily get through, that's for sure. And you probably want some margins and everything. But yeah, if you take 110 liters, you can just short stop in the middle. I'm not expecting, obviously, any rain for this race. We could, well, we had it also from the weather simulation. Just so we have all the numbers. So I can go for all the numbers. 23, 3, and 03. 23, 3, 03, and 0 rain. Race is run on a Sunday, 1700 with a one-time time multiplier. Sunday, 17, and it's a 90-minute race. It's a race, obviously. Yeah, and it says a dry, 100%. An example weekend, you see. The race start will probably be at about 26 degrees Celsius, air temp, down to about 24. So we're not gonna see too much in terms of temperature drop throughout the race distance. This should be relatively stable. Hello there. I'm sorry that I didn't get around to responding to you. I mean, sending messages middle of the night doesn't mean I don't respond to them, but like... Oh, that doesn't sound particularly fun, Luke. I mean, you can't hear it, but... Yeah, I hope you get better. He's just in the chef an IV for years. Sucks. That sucks. Right. But yes, Jordan, I didn't get around to really responding to you. Like, I kind of remembered, but like, I'm like, what can I give you as advice? Like, I should probably watch your replay. Yeah, I should probably watch your VOD, but didn't get around to doing that either, quite to a thorough enough extent. I don't know. I'm terrible at giving advice. That's kind of like the worst part. I suck at giving advice to people. Like, what do you... Like, I look at people doing really fast laps and I'm like, yes, the racing line is made out of racing line. Yeah, I can look at you doing a lap around Kyalami, then like the world's best lap around Kyalami, and I'm like, yes, the racing line is made out of racing line. I can't really tell much. I didn't really spot something like I did with when I did the race with Asa around Misano, the 4-hour race. She just didn't trail brake at all. She never used that, so she lost heaps of times in a lot of corners because you kind of needed that. Yeah, I didn't get to really look at the replay to form an opinion. You know, that's... what were your lap times? 44, something like that? And me being like high 42s, low 43s at times. Like that's where I averaged. It's not that much faster, so finding that time around the lap is actually really difficult to spot. In my opinion, I can't spot that for some reason. I feel the car and I drive it to the edge, and it's as far as I can take it to the edge. I feel the car sticks. If it doesn't, like, yo, shit. Oh god, I fucked 2 clips. How bad does it get? I don't know, it's like... Like, how competitive were you in half-fucked up too? Because I don't... Maybe you even raced with me at some point. Because of how long I did racing in half-fucked 2. I didn't race that much last year. I think I didn't... I stopped basically racing last year in half-fucked 2. I only raced... I don't know what was my last race before I did... What's it called? ELC, 24 hours of Bahrain. It was like... At this point nearly a year ago. I think it ran like in November or October. Last year, something like that. It's fantastic race car improved. Okay, that means something more. Yeah. There's 2 guys in GT3 field who forgot to like qualify. That's fun to deal with. Yeah. So right. We wanted to carry as much fuel as we can into the race now. We're not planning to switch tires. We're planning to just take about 15 liters when we do need to do a pit stop. We are mandated to come down pit lane, but we're not mandated to do any service whatsoever during that pit stop. I will take some fuel during the service because you have to anyway stop, so it doesn't make sense for me to like fuel save aggressively. I can just make up the fuel number then in the pit stop. And my assumption is that probably Stein also needs to take some fuel. Don't think the Ginetta is that fuel efficient. Or it probably is a bit more than my car that just gurgles fuel up, probably. Do I have an open penalty? That's an interesting question, although they might... if I had an open penalty, they might just like literally fucking forget about it, because holy shit, it's been a while since I raced here. I last raced with these guys back in season 11. Season 11 round 1, that was I think, oh god, it's nearly a year ago as well. Christ, things have escalated quite a bit. I think I last raced with now. Or was it back in... No, it has to be roughly a year ago at this point. Yeah, I raced season 11. Round 1, and then like didn't continue in the championship. It was still driving the Maserati at the time. I'm not doing McLaren duties. I don't know. I'm not sure it's the best choice for GT4 yet. I'm not sold 100% on it. It's just with the Maserati. The 1.9 has left a Maserati-sized hole in my heart. It's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Sure, if Asa doesn't steal the seat before you. Like, she's on top of these things a lot. And if I can like fit something to the schedule, because I race already. I race every other Saturday. I race the Track Collision Championship, 6 hours, and then the other week is obviously VGT. So that doesn't leave particularly much. Considering most championships run on Saturdays, you kind of like end up one-offs or championships just run like Saturday, so it's like commentated the race where you drove the Maserati at Bathurst. Yeah, that was the VTLM or VLM. I don't know. It's a track EU's endurance championship. I ran Bathurst the car. I think that was just prior to 1.9 coming out. That race, or just after it came out. Unfortunately, didn't win. But yeah, that thing was just before the end effectively of the car. Yeah, I didn't run the other round of that, which would be like Little Water. Nah, that doesn't sound particularly fun. I do have some hydration, although I didn't refill my main water bottle. Although I have my secondary water bottle, so I can... Marita, could you kindly return to your fucking position, please? Because you are 4th in GT4, I'm 2nd, so you didn't just overtake me, you also overtook Rinsendal behind us, so could you politely drop into fucking line already? Yes, we are long field, we're like 40th overall, right, which means we have to bunch up a lot at the end of the lap, but still, just stay in fucking formation. Okay, it's not hard. Yeah, right. Yeah. Hydration is important, please do so. Sleep, however, is overrated, you can skip that. Sleep is overrated. But yeah, when you do already like 2 series that run Saturdays... back. The funny thing is, one water bottle is like, I think 0.7 liters. I'm holding it up, but you can't see it. Actually, I can hold in front of the camera. That's the one that's about 0.7. It basically has nothing at this point in it anymore. And then the other one, where are you? There's somewhere on this floor as well. Hello, water bottle. Oh, you're laying on the floor. Already, great, awesome. Yeah, this year, let me just show it a bit better. I don't know how well it's visible. Yeah. Hello there, how are you doing? Also, fucking Mirror is annoying. But yeah, that is my 05 bottle. The thing is, I'm drinking tap water. I'm putting them on the tap and refilling them. And the thing is, the 07 bottle is too large to fit under my tap, so I have to like fill my 05 bottle, refill it into the 07, and then refill the 05 again and refill the 07 fully up. So that's how it operates, and yeah, some bicycle gloves I have because I drive on the what's it called, the open wheeler rim from Thrustmaster, and that has like a suede like texture, which I only realized after like it arrived. So I'm like, okay, I should probably use gloves for driving this thing. So I actually brought gloves for that like about a year ago at this point, close to a year ago, because I had their Ferrari GTE rim, their cheap Ferrari GTE rim, that is one of the bundle options for T300. That was my wheel that came with my wheelbase, with not Alcantara but rubber, that version. The problem on that was that the downshift pedal, the plastic housing of that had cracked, so occasionally when I put on the pedal, the plastic just enough bended that the button inside didn't actuate. It's a rare enough issue. Jesus Christ, what is this formation here? Pretty sure I'm in the correct position, but like... Well, yeah, there's Stein, so this looks alright. But pretty sure Marita is out of... What the fuck is happening that Marita just drives by me? I've lost all positions in GT4 just now. Should focus a bit, because I was intending to attack Stein, not to lose all my positions here. He's still there, and Stein does not get the fucking spots. Marita goes to the fucking lead. The guy who's 2 seconds off the pace from everybody else leads GT4 now because chaos is the simple answer. And Yedick nearly body checks Stein out of the way. I'm nearly getting hit from the vines. God, for checking up here harder. And that gets Yedick flying.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
What the fuck are you doing, mate? Marita is really infuriating to fight here tonight. Hey, we haven't been crashed yet, so that's the main thing. There comes Yedick again. Who did this for VGT? They just drink vodka while you drive. Ah, yeah, could do what I do for VGT. Oh fuck, that's track limit probably. Yeah, fuck. Don't need that. Really don't need that in a 90-minute race. Could do that for what I do for you just drink vodka while you drive. And I'm a lightweight, I don't survive that. If I drink a shot for, I don't know, every lap I do, then the only chance I survive more than an hour is on the Nordschleife. Although Marita being in the lead of GT4 is actually helpful for me. Although the GT3 struggling to just fucking get by GT4 cars is insane. Like, what are you doing, man? Get your fucking ass out of the way.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
If you can't figure out how to pass GT4s, retire and get into GT4. Like, I don't know, just swap your car over to GT4. You seriously aren't capable of driving GT3 enough competently. It's clear as. He's gonna pass me now. But he's gonna get stuck behind Rensendal again, which is the entire fucking problem. I need to... Alright, there's White there. There comes the BMW as well.
Car
Let's see, can I clear him before Rouge? Fucking drag race that. Oh god! Stein goes flying. Holy shit, Yeti Kid just took out Stein completely there. Ah! Fucking morons! That's... Well, that makes my race a hell of a lot easier because it's now Ronsendal versus me. Okay, talking about something. I'm really busy right now. Because we have to fight GT4 right now. We have to actually fight here. Yeah, I don't know. Fighting in GT4, that's a new thing. Usually I just dominate to no extent. But we have to also deal with a bunch of GT3 drivers incapable of passing GT4s, which is certainly new. What the fuck is Yedike doing? Come on! You were on the inside line. You were inside on the mid-corner section of Puan. You can easily clear GT4 there. You have so much more grip and power than a GT4. Like, you can easily leverage past there. But no, he still isn't capable. And he's still side by side fighting a GT4 car. On what skill level are you, my fucking dude?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Like, that they made struggle to clear me in a straight line is a bit more understanding considering I'm blasting by everyone right now.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right.
Yeah, he's fighting as much as he can
Fastest step so far.
to maybe keep people behind him.
Car on the right.
Goodbye then, my dude. Because I'm clear you before I can even hit Orochia. That should be within track limits just about. Yes. And bye bye, see you never again! Oh god! I shouldn't have said that. Too ironic!
Light damage on the front.
Fucking hell, what was that?
Car on the right. Clear on the
No, 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 no. No, you're not going for that move. After I got, like, dived from so far back that it isn't even funny. What are some people incapable of? Yep. Like, even someone like me got caught off guard there by that. That was something else. How much damage did I take from that? Problem is, the BMW is now behind me again, so as long as he didn't retire, we're gonna have him passing us again. Right there, I don't like that. Good, we only got invalidated. Lap time there, that's good. Stein is in the pits still. Gives you an idea of how fucked he got there. Like, he got utterly mugged there by Yedike. Wait, I think Marita just spun. Oh, no, he didn't. It just looked with like 4 pixels I have for a rear view mirror. Like he spun. Because he was so far back that I just like thought, that's not possible. He should be closer. No, that's normal. What did one... Right, 3 seconds, not too bad. 5 from here. Sure, you want to clear the GT4s finally. Understandable, have a great day, but like... Please. Like, just... No. Like, there's a reason why this guy must have like a 15-second time penalty from last season. Still. Like the BMW meme I posted track earlier. Did I maybe see that already? Or like the find earlier? Alright, we have the BMW also back behind us. He still doesn't understand how to slingshot. Still doesn't understand how to outbrake someone. Yes, you would have been put on the outside line, but like, come on bro, I had no choice. I would have otherwise had to move through you. And he lost like a full second there. What are you doing? He seemingly is incapable of exiting a corner and just makes up all the lap time in the entries. Like, he's seriously struggling to keep up with me for the first few corners here on the track. What is he doing? I mean, he might have some damage, that's not helping. Although that should only really slow him down on the straights. Okay, he's coming, please, please, please don't kill me.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
He's giving me enough room. Phew, yeah. The M3 not indicated. Probably didn't see that one. Then. But I mean, BMW is not indicating is legendary. I should get to the back. Ooh, someone's pinging me right now. So I did it before my second stint in Le Mans 24 hours in iRacing. Okay, he drank some vodka then. iRacing a few weeks ago, funnily enough. Second stint was as one of my teammates said. Jordan. Jordan was driving too well because he was sober. In fairness, I did get LMP'd at the exit of the Porsche curves. Okay, I should be focusing a bit backwards on Rinsendal. He's probably... because he's only 3.6 seconds right now back. That's not indicating me particular. Are you winning, son? Yes, actually. Actually, we are winning right now. Mainly because the one of the GT3 took the only competitive Ginetta out of the race. Granted, there was only one Ginetta, but I feel like usually declaring when someone is entering a Ginetta that it's actually competitive. We do have Vincent Dahl behind, who's I think lapping similar lap times to me. Start was that utterly hectic, really chaotic stuff. As said, the Ginetta got taken out. Not even on lap 1 after he got like taken out on lap 3 because there were 2 GT3 drivers that took ages to clear us. And had like one of them had like 2 separate incidents with us. Okay, and that's a lap car coming by.
Clear on the right.
Hello there. I'll be right back. 570S at Spa, yeah. Loaded up the same setup and all. That's the advantage. If you drive one car, you can just keep recycling your own setups. Did GT3 just defend from me? Yeah, I'm not sure. If he did defend or he just ran the racing line in front of me. What I am sure of is that Winston Dahl is not particularly much slower than me. Overlap, if not actually even faster overlap than me. I do know that I'm a lot faster on a straight line. The opening laps had Bayreuth at the lead, and while qualifying was relatively tight considering there were 4 cars that put a lap in, Bayreuth was the only one who was like 2 seconds off the pace. 2.5 to be precise. I was 2/10 off. And Rensendal behind was like 7/10 off Paul GT4. Some GT3 drivers definitely need to consider that they're slower than GT4s at times. I'm not even making that shit up. Some GT3 drivers seriously struggling to just clear some GT4s. It was something for me to deal with in the opening laps. But yeah, Bayreuth had taken the lead off the start in GT4 by being a bit of an asshat. Like, he wasn't a formation lap, not in real properly in formation. And he had taken the lead and was utterly painful for everyone because everybody struggled to pass him. And then we had GT3s that like had 3 GT4s in front of them and just like, I don't know what to do with this. It just got stuck. They seriously couldn't figure out how to pass 3 GT4 cars. As said, Yedike tried once, crashed into Bayreuth, half spun, caught up, tried again. Hello car, would you kindly grip? Tried again, this time crashed into Stein, the Ginetta driver at the bottom of Rouge. So that was fun. He's out of the race basically. I'm not even sure if he's still on the server. He is still on the server, okay. He is actually in front of Bayreuth right now, because Bayreuth has done his pit stop. Our is running 7.5 seconds behind. So he's actually running relatively good because I haven't noticed him dropping back much either. Our has been known for like being incredibly slow in the past at least. That means the race leaders are coming up. Man, it's been 20 minutes into this race already.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I know I have a long braking distance, but oh boy, sometimes the dives come from a bit back. It's not as bad as the BMW did earlier, but because he actually got stopped for the corner. But oh boy, that was something. I'm gonna clear me down the hill here because that's a bit difficult considering I'm so fast I can pass people down this straightaway. The McLaren is a lot of fun when you're fighting actually, people. It is... Is it weird that I started to have your stream replays as background noise when I'm chilling? I don't know. A bit, I guess.
Faster car behind you.
Not that I'm complaining.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I mean, people have said that I can have a nice voice to listen to while falling asleep.
Faster car coming up behind you.
That has been said. I find that very irritating and strange. But, you know, to each their own, I suppose.
Car on the right. Clear on the
It
right.
depends on the race if I have time to actually talk about something else.
Faster car behind you.
Yeah, it definitely was the case with the Imola race. Although the big struggle on that one was just staying awake. Don't think I'm gonna struggle with that too much tonight.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
My opponent has lost a lot of ground there with
Faster car is approaching.
GT3 traffic. He doesn't seem to deal with the traffic as well as I did.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, getting lap time out of this McLaren 570S is just weird. Because you drive and like the delta goes down, the delta goes up, and it just seems random what the delta does and what you do. They don't seem to correlate really at all. So actually putting good qualifying times in seems to be a bit difficult. Not. Oh, word. Oh yeah, I don't need to get suspended from YouTube.
Faster car is approaching.
From me swearing too much. Been enough times there. Not the suspending part, I have not been there in terms of getting that far, but like, oh boy, I've gotten into trouble. Slightly, not really.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
A slap on the wrist. That's probably a good indicator that like, this is going a bit too far.
Faster car coming up behind you.
And I'm not that often tired. Like it's been the... I've been regularly depressed while racing in the past. Because I'm either like very angry or depressed.
Car on the left.
But
Clear on the left.
tired, I don't think I have been that often. Oh, that's an interesting paint scheme in the back there. Had a rough day.
Faster car is approaching. Watch out.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go into Painland tomorrow again for the final time with SRXP. Crossbow driving. One more time. I'm done with that car finally.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
So I'm not too sure like the McLaren is like my choice for GT4 really.
Faster
Like it is hilarious funny when you can just blast by your opponents, but like Otherwise, the car doesn't give you like that much of an enjoyable driving experience. I think the KTM is a bit more enjoyable to drive, but like, problem is like as soon as you like look at the lap times, you're just like, yeah, this is depressing. KTM just gives you depression via its pace. Well,
Faster car coming up behind you.
the McLaren is like, you don't feel anything. There's like some. It's just the fun that the Maserati brings to the table just is missing from being GT4 a bit.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
They're not as alive as like the McLaren, the 720S Evo.
Approaching.
You can really like yeet and stuff. None of them really are. 570S drives quite a bit different to the 720S. After all, drives vastly different because you have a lot more. Okay,
Clear on the right.
you drop back and then you decide to dive. Sure.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Yeah, no wonder you drop back because you sometimes miss and you can talk constantly. It's just. Yeah, 1.9 cost that car like on most tracks like over a second. While everybody else I think got a slight bit faster for 1.9. It's more unstable to drive. Like it suffers from so many issues now with like 1.9. It's like it's more unstable, it chews for tires even harder than before. And you're
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
a second per lap slower than you have been before when your competition is not slowed down by a bit. It seems the Alpine is very fast, so far as I've seen the meta. Which it has always been incredibly fast.
Car on the left. Clear on the
It's
left.
like not a revelation at all. Fucking hell, like if you want to clear me around the outside, then just, you know, brake a bit later and then clear me. Not like stop and then think about it. Can I turn in and make the apex? No, just fucking drive, get your move on.
Faster car is approaching.
Oh, hello there. How are we doing, McConnell? Would you kindly, like, not completely and utterly dive bump me from, like, multiple car lengths back? Thank you. That cost me now a bit of time. Gap down to 6 seconds. Yeah, Rensendal hasn't... I've not completely shaken him. And that's the other car. The MUQU seems to be also decently competitive now. GT4. Ginettas, I've seen so many people drag up the order, but it's like... I can't see how they're gonna do that. But I haven't seen that many McLarens. Like one of the few people who bring it, which is probably an indication that I'm in the wrong car. Usually is. Like this car is not hard to drive. It's not hard to get the pace out of it either. Compared to the Maserati, which actually demanded you to drive it. Which was an easy car to dismiss. And honestly, probably not even that competitive in the end. Like, even in its heyday, it just was very track dependent and not the car you probably should bring to win a championship. Cayman is probably still up there. It's just I haven't.
Car on the left.
I drove it once and didn't like it too much. I want to put Series DTM back or something else. I don't know. I don't follow the motorsports actually too much. I keep up with Formula 1, and if some big news happen in another series, I keep up with that, but like, I don't really watch any specifics. I like them, I guess, but like, I don't know, I can't really pick a favorite. Between them. Jeff, your timing is impeccable.
Faster car, come get behind you.
Your timing is so utterly impeccable. I had answered it already, and then your question comes through. Where do I have a BGC later? Yeah, I don't keep up with BTCC. They're interesting cars. Like the thing is, if your question rephrased to like, "Hey, what cars do you like to drive?"
Car on the left.
Then BCCC cars are interesting, although I haven't driven them in a while. But man, how long has it been that I've driven an actual front-wheel drive competitively? I think the last time I've driven a front-wheel drive period was on the Wangen, probably. Yeah, I think the last time I drove it competitively was with Racing Pals on their
Car on the right.
Friday series, which I have not driven in since January. Like December last year I drove last time with this guy, so it's been a hot minute since I've driven a front wheel drive car. They're interesting to drive. Like, it wasn't a BTCC car also then. That was a I think a Renault 204 or something like that. I don't quite remember. But it was basically a road car. No race car modifications on that thing. I'm throwing that around the circuit. There was this SGP community called, I think, Breaking Point or something. They did AC races, and I tried to sign up for like one of the events. Which was like a Le Mans event, but like I couldn't. I was stuck at dinner when the server went, just before the server went up. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm not gonna make it in time. And signed out. I'd been staying on the Discord server, but like I obviously haven't been able to race with them. And like, sucks a bit that I haven't been able to do any AC racing really. I mean, the SOP races got also in the way of doing any racing parts on Wednesdays. Oh yeah, right, we technically did that. Right, but that was last year as well, wasn't it? I think I did the racing parts race afterwards. Did we actually finish that race, or was it red flagged? What happened to that GS Nords? Wasn't it red flagged at some distance in, and then they tried to reschedule it?
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Because I thought it got rescheduled twice. Once there were no sign-ups, so it got cancelled very quickly. Then the second time it still didn't have any sign-ups and got canned again. We have a car IRL. No, I don't.
Car on the right.
I don't have one. My family has one. I do have a driver's license.
Faster car coming up behind you.
I don't need a car. I actually just use public transit for like whatever I need to get anyway. Or in the car. But probably most of the time I'm anyway just like contracted as the dedicated driver.
Clear on the left.
thing is, like, you should technically, like, feel it a bit. You shouldn't just full lock it on a front wheel drive. Make the tires last a bit longer, but on the other hand, it's like, this is R-Factor 2. You could just do the most broken inputs, and it is the way you actually go fast. Like, there's no fear, there's nothing, you just do the most broken shit, and that's the way you go fast. That sucks. And those cars weren't particularly, I think, that great. And that was a paid mod even. When it just works. You know, it kind of shares that trait with Bethesda titles. Although in blunt honesty, Bethesda titles are more stable than R-Factor 2. Yeah, I haven't played actually any Bethesda games. So, yeah, that used that. Actually, never mind. I have technically played games that were published by Bethesda. There's a reason why we call it Henry Sinkling. Ooh, that was a bit late braking.
The faster car is approaching.
Oh, come on, car. That's a bit the infuriating part with this car. It sometimes just doesn't grip and you suddenly end up in this, like, wonky slide of just... You're just like, you know, could you kindly grip up finally?
Clear on the left.
Like, I'm looking at my time being like, can it finally happen? Already? Can we please get over with this slidey thing right now? Corners and still win. I need to be slightly careful. The tires need to last 90 minutes. I need to get these to last 90 minutes, which is a bit of a challenge. Although my competition is a Mercedes, which I don't know. That sounds like not particularly good tire wear to me as well. But yeah, competition is a Merc. We're not intending to change tires. We're just intending to take fuel in the middle stop. I have the mandatory stop, but like, I don't think taking tires is... Although, actually... No, we're gonna go without changing tires, you know. We have straight line speed. We could try it. I mean, GT3s are for sure gonna do it. I'm not so sure with GT4s. How much fuel do I actually need to get to the end at this point? 13 liters. Because I started with a full fuel tank. But yeah, in this series I can't quite... Considering I didn't qualify on pole. Not by... I missed out by 2/10. So I can't just like T-pose at everyone. That's not working. They're faster than me. Perhaps not Runson now, but like... Stein is definitely. He might be out of this race, but like I can't quite afford that. But I mean, on the other hand, who knows if they are not just gonna axe GT4 before the next round. Considering I think they said that we would need at least 10 sign-ups or something like that for GT4, or else it wouldn't be featured in round 1, and it clearly still was when I signed up. Like, I knew the race is gonna... I saw the notification that the race is gonna happen, and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't signed up for this. You know, I can semester break, so I can like maybe actually do this season. And just run the Tuesdays. And like I came off the top. I had like 20 seconds left when I signed up for this before the server goes live. I just hastily submitted my entry. And just about made it in. I think he just came in. Yeah, Runsendal's in the pits. He's going half-half here. Which is not too surprising. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue on for now. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't help my productivity. That plummets additionally. Hello there, Yuki. How are you doing? I'm just doing the usual thing, driving GT4s. Sad that GT4 grid is so often so small. Yeah, in recent times it's been really bad, honestly. Since 1.9 it's been really bad, which is odd, considering I was one of the few who drove the Maserati, so... And it's one of the only GT4s that like got completely ruined by a 1.9. Like, it went from being actually competitive to like just like nah, don't bother coming with this thing. GT4 grids have since then like just they removed the GT4 class last season in season 14. Like it was that bad. Usually we had like 10 cars. Just debating some stuff. Not that bad, just debating some stuff for VGT next week. What stuff? Are you guys gonna try conducting some sort of strategy to hunt down the Swede in front? Of course, those plebs don't deal with the superior GT4 class. When did you last time turn up here, Virus? When? It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Also, there's some Ferrari on the outside. A Ferrari with commitment issues. Come on. Would you kindly wanna come alongside me? That's you, Healy, again. He's still lapped, by the way, to me. He's unlapped himself twice off me. So that's not going for it. I tried it out with the McLaren. I'm way more comfy and a bit faster layer than the Maserati. Yeah, that isn't surprising in the slightest that you were then that would be the result of you. It's like, oh yeah, I'm more consistent with that car. It's like, sure, that's not too surprising. What is surprising that I went faster with the McLaren than with the Maserati. That's a bit of an issue, you know? Because that was previously not the case. And you also and Frenchie and my ex somewhere to some good points at VGT. Man, there's quite a few guys in between.
Car on the left.
One step at a time, I would say. Although I also seem to also, like, from one week to another decide that she's up there with me, which is an interesting situation. Although her second stint wasn't quite as good as her first. And first she seriously kept up with the lead pack for the entire thing. Second stint, I mean she took 10 seconds of repairs and spun, but like I had a stop go 30 and I came back to pass her, so that's like I think I had like 5 seconds before I pitted in front of her, so that's to crash lol. Thinking about joining the McLaren side, I see. Everybody's gonna drive the McLaren now. Although Anderson is making quite a compelling argument for the Ferrari, I would say. It's unfortunately kind of the reality of things. Like, oh, you want to drive a funny car like the Bentley or something? Nah. Thing ain't competitive at all.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Don't even bother. Like, I would struggle to beat you, Jordan, with the Bentley. I don't quite, I think. Depends on the week. If I spin a few times, I'll probably struggle. But yeah, considering last season, that's quite an interesting consideration. Because you can compare my pace to Blanc, because I was lapping roughly the same pace as him on quite a few tracks. But then, and he finished like 10th, I think, in Kayanami. Don't know how his race went, if he had any issues. And already, Clown Supremacy. 720S Racing Series.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
I'm being Lexusy. Oh yeah. I don't know. It's not the Ferrari which has an odd rear end that just doesn't quite behave as you would expect it to. It just, I don't know, it's gets very light in corners regularly. The McLaren is very well defined, it doesn't do anything silly. It's very controllable. You're tired by lap 10, oof. Just V2, simply the best. He is the game. You didn't see VGT last time, and so Anderson beat everybody up with 296. Yeah, I fear no man, but that thing scares me. And K's are also just having a massive glow up from Silverstone. Like, usually I expect people to be like the fastest for the first round because you have so much time to practice. So people over practice those tracks. And you have people very well prepared for round 1. But like then, Kaiser clearly did a massive improvement for Kyalami. So that's very interesting for me. Well, I think he really had a target. He really painted a target on my back and just like, I'm gonna beat this guy. Hello there. Oh, yeah. Man, back in the day he was driving also GT4, I remember. Like, I've been driving with these guys for like, from time to time for the past like 2 years. What is going on? I don't have my chat. Send help. Kaya was a rough run too for me. The Saphire powers, I think. K's upgrade to fireballs? Whereas you are the best incarnate, like, no, practice doesn't help me. What are you talking about? If MUQU got these, he's on controller too. He's still on controller? I thought he got a wheel and like just hadn't switched at the end of last season. He hadn't gotten used yet, but like you would expect him to get like switch them to. He could use it to join the fame. Should join the firehouse side. Be aware, once you buy the first striped firehouse, you're gonna probably buy more. You're probably gonna buy a skirt, and you're probably gonna buy a maid outfit. It goes down that hill. Be prepared for that. And we won't talk about step 4. That's we don't talk about that. What happens in step 4? We're teammate on Saturday. Well, that's the interesting question. Asa definitely wants to drive. I think Lloyd has said he could. I have to check back with him if it's okay if he doesn't drive. I think he's probably fine for that. The skirt face just haven't bought one. How does that work, Yuki? Are you living with your family and you're stealing your sister's skirt now? Or do you have the thing that racing drivers don't have, which is a girlfriend, and you're stealing hers? You know, that's also an option. That's what I said. I didn't talk about step 4. We don't talk about step 4. How can you... I have my set methods. But then you aren't in the skirt phase, you just would like one, you just haven't purchased it. If you don't even know in Firehouse, then you have to go back to step 1 and fix that. Oh yeah, I'm correcting, step 4 isn't make-ups and wig yet, step 4 is definitely a Blaha. I'm showing you that you definitely need like here shark. You may however do that at step 0 already. Jeff, I think you're underestimating Asian households. Those flip-flops can break rocks.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Well, I don't know if Yuki level 1, but like I have just got to take a wild assumption and to deliver my joke about that. I got whales, does this count? No, it has to be a blue shark. It has to be the shark. Cause yeah, I need to like shave and become some. Yeah, I should probably. Has to be from IKEA to yes, yes.
Faster car behind you.
For Sunday drive, Lucas? What do you mean, the setup? I don't know, what do you mean if we just made this for a Sunday drive? Exception's epic.
Clear on the right.
I have about 24 minutes left on my fuel tank. How many GT3s do I have between me and the other one? Well, quite a few that have dropped down between us. Yes.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I mean, if you go all the way, you probably need to, when you play Pokemon, put Sylveon onto your team as well. That's also important. Sunday oh god, I have to drive a bit wide.
Clear on the right.
Sunday drive in, we made this chat so active, and you are more focused on it than the race itself. Yeah, I mean, I'm slightly have to worry because Rensendal, although I think he probably did full service, considering it pitted on the halfway point. So I'm not expecting him to. Which car do I have right now behind me? That's a different one.
Car on the right.
Well, it's not as dominant as Silverstone. Not even close this race.
Clear on the right.
That was on. I did a second race after the VGT. I did in the middle of the night a 3-hour race around Imola,
Car on the left.
and there we had a similar like small GT4 grid. The difference was the other two GT4 cars, yes, two.
Faster
Well, we
car
had
approaching.
like in the evening we had like 6 cars in the entry list, then 4 turned up, 1 quit because his rig fell apart. So we had 2 other guys besides me, and those guys were 1.6 seconds full up slower than me.
Car on the right.
I was literally for the 3 hours fighting more my ability to stay awake than anything else. Because despite the race starting at about 3 AM, or at least Qualy started, and then the server had to be restarted, so we were like more like 4 AM till the race started rolling. I didn't sleep in between. So as the race dragged on, that became a bit of an issue. So yeah, that was dominant. This isn't quite as like, yes, we lost Stein, who was he actually outqualified me. So oh yeah, the major thing. Yes, I might be leading GT4 right now by a mile, but like that's also down because I haven't pitted yet. The others have done their mandatory pit stop yet. I'm the only GT4 who has not done his mandatory pit stop yet. That has to be remembered. I'm the only one who has not done that yet. What is going on right now? British, Cornish, Scottish based. I don't know what's the difference between the accents between the two. Also, isn't there any... You know, British isn't an accent after all. That's the thing. British is not an accent. English is an accent. Scottish, Welsh, and so are an accent. But not British. British is not an accent. Make me vote for, okay. Nee, microphone. Well, I do have still enough time to read, technically. If I don't get carried away with some Ford or a GT3 trying to pass me. That's also Saphire in front. He has his indicators on. Oi, North End boy, just like them. Yes, that's how it starts. Oh, every fucking single time. Well, actually, it doesn't necessarily start that way. Because you first don't like them, then you like them, and you become them. Are traps gay? Maybe. Don't necessarily have to be. You definitely are. And frankly, most of them are also. Yet, there's a lot of carrying in these situations. We have not purchased sex toys yet. God, that was not particularly a smart decision in terms of keep running into YouTube problems. Damn, Lukas law for real. Man, you're getting lapped. I don't know what to say, but like that's... Where's the clip button? It is right fucking there. It is right there. Just use it if you want to. If they have socks on though, yeah, it's the socks rules. Like if they don't have, if they have socks on, then it isn't gay. Okay, sure. Considering how many fanboys wear fly highs, it's yeah, kind of like then it doesn't become gay because you know they look like girls at least till you take more layers of the clothing off. Also, fly high companies when they realize that most of their customer base is male. And then they're producing also still the fire as you shot, god damn it. Like long fire highs and they're like, nah, they barely go underneath my D, what the hell is this? And then extra long fire highs. Now we're finally talking about fire highs. Because it's a lie. What I'm wearing is not thigh highs right now. It's knee highs. I don't have striped thigh highs. My couple of actually thigh high socks do not.
Faster car coming.
Are not striped. Buying one is easy. Where to put it? It's difficult. I mean, I don't know where you stole the rest of the restoring the main outfit already.
Car on the right.
You already did if you could call with that one, so it's like loss was unminimized at that point. Actually, Stein is only 6 seconds behind Rinsendal. Okay, that is interesting. And slightly concerning. I don't know where he is specifically. Because the problem is I'm in front of a bunch of GT3s that have done their mandatory pit stop. Which is a bit embarrassing considering it took the race lead about 20 minutes to lap me. And these guys still have not lapped themselves off me. Does that count? Not sufficient. You need to wear it to IRL too. Sent the clip in DMs. Ah, that's my DM. Okay. I see. That's who DM'd me.
Faster car behind you.
Probably we should at this point just hit so we know where we actually come out here. Against our opposition. It's difficult to know actually the gaps because we have a bunch of GT3 stuck between us. Another one as well. We're gonna made outfit or do a face reveal on Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called this week. Yeah, just continue like the weirdest shit I've seen recently is like not seen actually because the radio isn't seen. There's an infamous clip from XQC. It's like, do you ever watch the radio? And it's like, bruh. Just the perfect compilation of like Twitch streamers saying something really, really stupid. And that was one of the clips. In any case,
Clear on the right.
I heard so because German radio for some reason has recently decided to whenever something was sent on Twitter, that like this was posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. They literally say this every fucking single time. Because obviously their boomer audience can't comprehend that it's now called X, obviously. But for some reason they can't just like continue calling it fucking Twitter, because it is that still. If you open twitter.com, you get the website. You don't get redirected even. It is still available on twitter.com. It doesn't redirect you, it doesn't do anything. Listen to the newspaper. if in Germany you have like Germany, if some company advertises like medicine, the advert includes like tourists and other like side conditions. Read the packed in manual or ask your doctor or pharmacist, I think is the full phrase translated into English. And like you can make out of it for risks and side conditions, read your doctor or ask your packing manual. This is Chet Longer goes to smoke pigeons. No, smoking pigeons is not healthy, virus. Because there's government drones. Those lithium-ion batteries. They're not healthy to smoke, you know. Gotta love that narrative of. Okay, fine. Well, then I have 4 laps of fuel remaining right now. How much fuel do I need to actually get to the end? What does my fuel computer say? 12 liters. Well, we probably want a bit more than that, just to make sure we don't run out of fuel. Sure, we're gonna spend quite a bit of time in the pit lane, but you know, still, we don't want to run out of fuel. After all, what 3.25 it says that I'm consuming per lap. So let's add another. Yeah, I would say let's just fill in 17 liters. Right. Oh, come on, drive. I'm gonna see if my strategy of not taking tires and just taking gas works out in this race. And if I haven't been secretly beaten by Runstendal and co. Because they were only... Runstendal was only about 8 seconds behind me. And Stein must have made up some massive amount of gap considering he's 6 seconds now behind Runstendal, despite having probably taken damage repairs early on in this race. Considering he got utterly murderized by a GT3 car. Like he just T-boned the wall heading into a Rouge on the right hand side. He got just sent there. Like the green grind set. Yeah, I took a full fuel tank at the start of the race and we're just gonna take as little fuel as possible to finish. Looking at right now, 6.4 seconds of a pit stop. Barely enough to probably open my water bottle. I have 3 laps to go at this point. Should I just drive at this point to the end of the stint? Like, if we've gotten beaten, then we've gotten beaten already. I'm not lapping that slowly right now. My pace is relatively consistent to what I've been doing all the way through the stint. I've had slower laps in the stint, but like, I'm definitely not driving slowly right now, so... If I've lost the position, I have already lost the position. The 2 laps are not gonna make a difference. Guido, it's time. QPTUD TikTok has been in my feeds. Oh fuck, I fucked up this section completely because I was reading. Has been my feed for near enough every time I open it. You open TikTok? Fucking zoomers. Oh god, this is too wide next to me.
Clear on the right.
Actually, I now have a gap to Runstendal. Finally! Because the rest of the GT3s have just dispatched of me finally. So the gap is 104 seconds. Is this sufficient to do a pit stop? If I remember it's correct, like 45 seconds for a drive-through. So you know,
Faster car coming up behind.
we should be fine. Like even full service fine. Like holy crap, that's a big gap. He must be like just a few corners ahead of me at that rate.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster car behind you.
One of those then. Yeah, I must be one of those.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Chances are he's either like 4 years younger than me or 5 years older than me, so there's I think no in between really for that.
The faster car is approaching.
We consider the sumo.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, I'm technically also young enough to be considered a sumo, which makes this even funnier when I say that.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out. Car on the left. There's a slow car ahead.
Okay, there's a yellow light.
Watch out.
It's gone. Okay, good. Right, 2 laps of fuel remaining in the car. We are early sumo. Yeah, we can just switch team between millennials and sumos, whatever narrative it fits. Goddamn sumos. Next up he tells me that he's like born in 2008 or something. Wait a minute, he needs to be at least 2005 to be 18. If my math checks out? Yeah, I think to be 18 you need to be born in 2005. Okay, Boomer. Right, 1 lap to go. Don't forget to hit this time. Because I did that on Sunday night. I did that during the Imola race where I forgot to pit. Luckily that was a case where I had like 0.9 laps of fuel remaining, so like you could make the numbers. And I immediately realized as I drove past the pits, but like... Wait. I mean, we've been running at this point for how long on a fuel tank? 80 minutes? Yeah. 80 minutes on 1 fuel tank. GT4 moments. Oh no, virus! Do not go there! Oh boy! Oh boy! There we go! And throwing away a race win as well. That too, mate, that too. Oh, I did see you deleted something there. Although my memory wasn't fast enough to remember it. Totally didn't happen in the Spa 12-hour race. I don't know what you guys are discussing, I'm just staying on Discord. I occasionally open X to like gather some memes. We'll see if some good art has been posted, but like obviously for the quality art like I get to pics of in the later hours of the night. Right. Okay, so 1 liter remaining. And so, right, we need to wait a bit so we get to our box. Yeah. So, how's our gap developing now? Did I get another? I have another GT3 in between. That's causing issues. Another GT3 is about 20 seconds behind right now. Well, of course there had to be one more. That just messes with the GT4 order. We did gain like 10 positions per. I didn't note down where we started the race. But we probably overall gained like 10 positions in this race. I think there were over 40 cars and so we started towards the back of the field. So I think that's correct. Come on.
Mandatory stop was not clear. Come on, go, go.
6 seconds. Pit stops, so I think Rendell is by it already. Oh wait, I must have overtaken someone just now. Just, it sucks with the GT3 in the middle of the GT4 field for some reason. Okay. Great G-Flaws bar, okay, me totally not suggesting for most of Jordan, okay, at this rate he wants me to be evaded for more. At least he's suggesting some sim racing stuff. Loic is joining also, just doing stuff here. Some racing gloves. Some pink racing gloves. Sadly, okay, I only get to go red ones because, you know, I bought them in person. Right, we're about 40 seconds in front of Rensendal now. He must have, over the stint, lost quite a bit of time. Considering if he did full service in his stop, he should be only about 24 seconds behind me. That is if he didn't gain anything from having fresh tires. And apparently he lost a bunch of time. Because he's 40 seconds behind. So yeah, we're leading relatively comfortably.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Into it.
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
There's a vampire. I said Lucas is the game. ERP, it's in the game. Hello, Cal. You know, I know your tires are 85 minutes old. But could you, like, for a few more minutes, just stick to the road? Thank you very much. Would majorly appreciate that. Right, so GT3 is now coming by. So hope they claim it before Redwater.
Clear on the right.
You better T-pose when you cross the finish line. You better default to a 3D model when you cross the finish line. Which default model? The V-Rod default? Because funnily enough, there are actually recordings of me using the default. They're not streams, they are recordings on my hard drive. I think I maybe have deleted them to open up a bit of space. Yeah, because I experimented obviously if my computer can actually do this prior to deciding to make the full model. Do a sick drift. For some reason I read it as stick drift. Do not ask me why I read it as stick drift. The final corner. My Switch has not developed stick drift yet. I mean, I haven't owned it so long, so I don't know.
Yellow flag is active.
Yeah, then it is a used one, so that's when it starts to develop one. That's the wear IRL. You know, shopping on Amazon is sometimes funny because you find like funniest product titles and like sometimes the funniest like descriptions for stuff, or like combinations. Like I looked at some hoodie that had like relatively little hoodie and a lot of skin for women. Right, that's target audience. And that one had like recommended from Amazon game. It's like look at more articles in Amazon gaming, and I'm like, what the hell has that to do with anything? But oh, I can have a stick for it, but yeah, you can try. Well, I think you could ask Loic about stick drift with a wheel, because whenever his wheel becomes unaligned, that's definitely kind of stick drift, you know, isn't it? Am I not wrong with that? And where's actually the race leader and how? Oh, the race leader's behind me. Good. So we'll probably get an extra lap over the rest of the competition. And that means I have to do one more lap after this one. Some gaming or gaming. Yeah, I mean, I have a bit of an understanding if it was a specific cosplay outfit, but like, you know, it had nothing to do with anything.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Or that time when like a random skirt had for some reason who is it? Toro from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid as a comparison picture. Like, yeah, for some reason like a human wearing the skirt and like her wearing a skirt. It's like, why? Okay, fine, sure. Well, also like their sizing table had an error in it where the extra small was for some reason 666, while everything else was like 60, 68, 70, so on and so forth. So for some reason there's the small variant was like, didn't really get yourself on a Stoffer cosplay. I don't know. I have to shift down to first again. I did get myself the necessary components for a cosplay of what are first I now get Bocce from Bocce the Rock. I've actually put it on, but like I don't quite like it. It's like I can make easily pics of myself with like when I have only the lower part of my body, like legs or like even a bit upwards, but like when I have my shoulders in the frame, it's like I look like a brick wall. It's just my shoulders with the sunglasses and the mask, which really would work for Bocce and mean that I don't have the face reveal. But like, they just didn't come out well, and I mean my phone camera is also shite, so it's like a double whammy at that point. I just wasn't happy with them. But yeah. So we have Bocce. The spirit animal is a very accurate description. Bocce is too relatable.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
What is going on here? All of these guys are like not full position at all. They're like, actually there are two cars I think are in full position, but like they're quite a bit apart.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I don't think I will then. Like wearing mask kinda cringy. Like for taking pics, sure. But like, but like for just being, like I don't know. I don't like that. I don't wear mask regularly. Just I obviously have them laying around still because you know, during the pandemic you had to add them, otherwise otherwise you were in naughty and with Germans we do comply. We don't rebel against our government. That's not on our schedule. Right. I don't know. It's just mask didn't help, like
Excellent job, man. What a race. P1. Bring it back home.
should probably talk about the race finish, but like the mask didn't help in that Swift pictures because like I think it made my face even more masculine looking. It was like if you don't have the face, it is very easy to make convincing cosplay of because you don't convincing female cosplay because like just add some boobs and you're fine. Just add a stuffed bra, like you gotta convince anyone. Stuffed bra, some skirts, some thigh highs. It's like this is easy, right? But when you introduce the face, it's like yeah, that's. It's like sure, a mask can cover up any inconsistencies in how you shave, but it might even exaggerate your facial proportions. Yeah, it was the race finish. I did mention that we had like 2 laps to go at some point, but you know, we're done now. Yes, but it did get done at some point with this thing. Right. Yeah, but like, I am struggling enough with just having a normal routine, and considering I'm just like putting this stuff on for personal use, and then never going outside, because Christ almighty, I'm not trusting the doing that thing. Like, I do this in my room, and like, lock the door and everything. I do not. If I'm already strong. Heavily masculine. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my usual posture has a very curled up shoulder, so it's not like too bad, but like. So I don't look too menacing, but like at the end of the day, I'm still 1.80 m tall. I have a certain frame. It's just that it starts getting a bit difficult. Also, a wig is an absolute nightmare to put on. I can tell you that I've done this now once. I'm destroying the wig. I may use it again, but like Christ, this is a challenge to say the least to put on. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with also at a convention, it's like, you can be like in a female outfit and have like a completely male face and like it's obvious. And it's like, this is fine, you're just shit posting effectively. Like I've seen videos of like people wearing Pippa's outfit, and it's just like like being relatively buff, and it looks like, yeah, this is fine. This is normal. Well, the Akony Rosenthal, you get bricks in contact lenses, you are not used to it. I'm not doing that. That sounds like just pain central. I'm not doing that. That's too far for me even. If the character doesn't have glasses, then I don't know, I'm just going blind. Okay. Okay, tire set 2 got down to 1 millimeter on the inside left rear. Yeah, these values are low, to say the least. I can actually just briefly switch. I think this. Yes, just my screen. Yeah, thank you, YouTube, for kind. Yeah. Here's the tire set. So here are the numbers. We got down to 1.0 here, 1.06 here, the 1.624. Yeah, so those are the numbers here. Cosplay smart stuff. Okay. Brake pads obviously still fine. This was still short for them. But yeah, I guess we could have dropped the camber a bit more. Reduced the camber a bit more than this, because yeah, they suffered a bit still. But I think it's fine, considering it still drove 90 minutes on them, and like, yes, you should replace, I think, after like 1.5, like somewhere it's mentioned. At 1.5 millimeters, car is considered consumed in need of changing. Yeah, I don't know, Chief. They seem a bit consumed. Just prepare your wig, unlike me. Right. Okay. Hold on.
Green light. Go, go, go.
In the end, turned into an easy race, but this would have been a lot more difficult if Stein didn't like get taken out early on. Let's see. I mean, I still sharing my full screen and stuff. Let's see. Does the replay have? It's missing the first 10 minutes or so. That's sad. It's unfortunate. You have to put up with that. Yeah, we got Larry at lap 7. Yeah, I think he's dead already at this point. Yeah, we have. I've already like passed Morita even, so that's that. What happens with Morita actually? Man, there's a bunch of people in the pit lane. Because he does disappear at some point. Okay, he's coming into the pits at that one. Ah, he had spun here. Comes GT3. What the hell are you doing? Like, what is this? Racing or ping pong? Oh, that's because I switched scene. And this is the scene I use when I'm capturing, what's it called? Half-Life Alyx. As you can see, I have my OBS open here, right? So as you can see here, that's the Half-Life Alyx capture, but also an OpenVR capture. Because I just took my VR chat capture, because it has an OpenVR capture in there, so I can do capture what I see in VR. Because I wanted to show tire values. Because otherwise you can't see the interface anymore. Right. So that's the reason why. So you can actually see stuff. So, that's Yuki's ping, and then there's... Drish! 6 pairs of overdeep thigh-high socks. I don't think I own this oh yeah, right, I own a skirt from Drish, but like I don't own thigh-highs from them. I think I didn't purchase their thigh-highs, I purchased their skirts, I think. Like, there's a handful of pigs. Handful. I mean, my DM list is even worse if I look at this stuff, right? Okay, in any case, that explains what happened to him. We obviously don't have much. Do we have... There's Winston, obviously. Could figure out how long he stopped in his pit box. So we know what happened to him, maybe. Because lost a lot of time there in the pit lane, I would say. Or he just was slower throughout the race. That's probably the better explanation. Right, he stops at about 50-48. Okay. $20. Yep, they're 51, 18 he drops, so that is 30 seconds. So that's a normal 30 second to stop there. He didn't take anything special. Let's see. You vote for Jeff's DM list, your days is counted. Well, you are on my DM list, so you shouldn't throw rocks on a glass house here. Be careful. Oh yeah, I think we still have no. I think we don't have the dive of the century on me. This was the clean pass he did then on me finally, in the end. Unfortunately, that part of the replay is not anymore. Yeah. Like, the interesting parts of the replay are lost, unfortunately, because the maximum length replays in ACC. And this race was longer than them. But it took its time until the race settled down there. Present a business proposition, what the hell is happening? There's some nice cold air coming in through the window. That's nice. Alright then. I don't think there's gonna be anything really further different in this race. Let's get out of here. Right. I think that wraps it up for tonight. Well, it's midnight already, so yeah, I think that's a good time to call it at this point. Okay, you sent me a business proposition. Coach me. Because that's way too complicated to pull off. Also, why is my pedal cam not working right now? It usually should start working on the outro screen. Right, there's pedal cam. Hello. For some reason, I'm really clumsy right now with weaving. Right. I just read it out. He literally just encouraged me. Okay. Like, that's literally what he sent me. Can I actually show my desktop without getting into trouble there? I think I'm fine. Okay, I should probably be fine. Yeah, that's what he sent me. Also, 2300 is not late. I will reiterate that. Right. Okay then. Do we have anything else on the schedule? How many people did you send the list to, John? Okay. I avoided you sending Neko Alcon to my stream. I shall banish Neko Alcon my stream. Not really. Just not doing it right now. Okay. Okay, we have a set 4 set up now. That's interesting developments. For the AC race, stuff is getting into place there. I didn't miss it. The stream missed it. What was now on your agenda now? I mean, I have tomorrow the final round of the... Not Tracklicious. Tracklicious on the weekend. The final round of the Summer Showdown series with SOP. There are 14 people signed up with GT4, and our last time we drove, definitely less of them turned up. How many actually turned for the previous roundup? Because I wasn't able to drive, and race 1. So, race finishes. Well, there were about 8. 8 people finished Bathurst. Fortunately, couldn't do it last week. Can do it this week. Standings. Because I missed an extra round. It's not me. I will have loaded out there at GT4 11. I have 5 penalty? Yeah, 11th, 5th, 7th. I guess a couple of penalty points, whatever. I don't know how much you get for like scoring and stuff. Whatever, we missed one round, we're gonna be just fine. This. Right, but yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow. What track is it gonna be at, actually? Should probably turn some practice laps because you can't really practice for this series. Spa! Oh, what a fucking surprise there. God damn it, it's Spa again. Spa in the crossbow. We will see how much worse this is. I know it will be worse. But like, this is gonna be a visual demonstration of why I don't drive the crossbow anymore. Because pain. Right. Spot your living room. No, it isn't. Please give me back my Malcolm ring. Well, I don't know if anything. Lloyd complained how much Spa he was driving in ACC because he inadvertently ended up through like over the last year or so. He drove at Spa like over a year ago with me for SRXP 4 hours. He drove then another time Spa for Racing Pals. He drove a third time I think somewhere else. We didn't get up to 4. No, actually, the third time was Trackalicious. He skipped then the WSS round because he didn't race WSS. Otherwise, he would have been at 4 in 1 year. 4 times driving Spa. And he was kind of sick and tired of Spa because of that. And I'm like, bro, it could be so much worse. I've done like 4 times Spa in a week before. That's pain. That stuff is like starts bleeding pain. Right. Let me switch my local overlay. But yeah, we know what we're gonna do tomorrow, and then we're gonna do and then we need to also do some practice with Asla for we need to do some practice for the what is it called again? Trackalicious round at Kailami on the weekend. Need to check the weather for that. What we can expect for that. I hope it's gonna be dry. I don't wanna have to deal with bad weather there. That sounds like hell if we have to deal with rain. Right then. Okay. I'm gonna call it now. Actually, it's not midnight. What the fuck? Why did I think it was midnight? Oh, because the time remaining on my dashboard. I mistook the time remaining for... it's mistook time remaining for my time of day. God damn it. Okay, in any case, good night. Bye bye.